on? In this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly how I was able to help my client work with this NBA player. Now, for confidentiality reasons, I am not going to explain who the NBA player was nor who the client was. But if you want to be a person, do your due diligence, go on my Instagram story highlights and you can see everything from there, and that this is completely true and that this did happen. All right. So if you're a person that's in a career, you're working a job, or you just want to grow your income and influence, my name is Jalen Evans. I am a professionally certified coach, and I help people turn their skills into money, turn their jobs into more money using and building a personal brand. And today in this video, I'm going to explain exactly how my client was able to do that with the skills that he already had. So let's go ahead and jump right in. All right. So my client's video was featured by an NBA player. And what do I mean by that? Not just necessarily featured, he collaborated with my client. Now, my client, let me tell you this, really, really talented. He did really great videography work already. But here's the thing, talent alone did not make this happen. A lot of you that are watching this video right now, you probably have amazing skills. You're probably a person that is the best on the job. You have a skill that maybe you don't tell anybody, but you don't necessarily know how to turn that into opportunities. But here is the thing that keeps a lot of people stuck. Talent does not equal opportunity. Positioning and strategy does. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into this video. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how you can take the skills that you already have by using this story or this case study of how I help my client to do that, to get this collaboration. So here we go. So brand versus talent. Talent doesn't equal visibility. Now, what do I mean by that? Talent is being able to do something extraordinarily well. You may be a consultant. You may be a coach. You may be someone in IT. You may be someone that's in real estate. You may be someone that has these skills, that you're super talented in these skills. But that does not equal visibility, right? Like if I was a person that knew how to play the piano really, really extraordinarily well, that does not necessarily mean that people know that I play the piano extraordinarily well. But visibility equals opportunity. So when we're talking about my client being able to work with this NBA player, he had the talent, he had the skills, he did an exceptional job at what he did, but he did not have the visibility. So the first thing we had to focus on with his brand was gaining the visibility. And visibility means being able to be seen, people knowing you, people knowing your worth, people knowing that you can complete the job. And that is exactly why he got the opportunity to work with the NBA player. What we did was we created a strategy for him to position himself to be able to work with these different companies. And when he's working with these companies, he's posting his work with a strategic plan that we were able to craft together. And with that strategic plan, what that does is it puts eyes on his brand. It puts eyes on the things that he's able to do. Again, his work is bar none, some of the best work I've ever seen, especially in the filmmaker role or videography role in the sports world. He was able to put this content out strategically, go to these networking events strategically, what we worked on, and be able to have the confidence and the mindset to speak up and attract these opportunities. So instead of his work being the brand, he as the individual was the brand. And that is what the key is here. People don't chase the best, they chase the most seen. So if you're a person that's doing the job well, again, back to the piano example, if I'm playing the piano really, really well, or if my client is making these videos that are great, but he's not seen, people don't know what he does, people don't know how he can provide value and help them out, then it doesn't really matter. It's not about luck. Again, my client did not get lucky. He built his brand strategically from the ground up. Him being able to show his work and demonstrate while also shaking hands and showing himself personally when he's in person or online, that is what produces the opportunities. You have to know how to show up and show up consistently to be able to attract these opportunities. So this is the difference between being overlooked versus chosen. A lot of people that I work with, again, they're the best at what they do, but they're overlooked. They're repeatedly passed over for career opportunities. They're repeatedly passed over for online exposure and people reaching out to them. That's because you're not seen. There's no strategy. There's no visibility. There's only talent. And now, while talent is an important part, visibility is just as even much more important, so you can be able to produce opportunities for yourself. Now, this can go online and as well as in person. They both go hand in hand. You have to have a brand. And if you don't have a brand in 2025, it's only growing. There was a study that was done by over the next 5 or 6 years or so, a personal brand will be bigger than Bitcoin because you can do anything with a personal brand. You can go, if people know you and trust you and they like you, they will buy and do any type of business with you. And that's exactly why me and my client and I were able to focus on, yes, the work, the filmmaking, but your personal brand. Do people trust you? And that's why the collaboration happened. All right. So again, I've already talked about the process a little bit, but we positioned him as much more than just a filmmaker. Again, a lot of you may be a consultant, a real estate agent, engineer, or whatever it is that you do professionally for your work. But it's much more than just that. You have to clarify your story. You have to have a unique value. People have to work or want to work with you. Now, think about this in a career standpoint. It's much more than you just doing the work. The people that get the promotions, the people that are able to grow in their career and get opportunities, it's much more than just having skill. You have to have a unique story, you have to have unique value, and people have to know, like, and trust you to be able to do that. So we created consistent online presence, built credibility through networking and brand assets. So as a filmmaker, everything that you do is a part of your brand asset. Every piece of video, every piece of material that you produce, that is a part of your brand assets. And you can start to do the exact same thing in whatever industry that you're in, whatever it is, consulting, engineering, coach, everything that you produce is a part of your brand asset. And people have to be able to see that in order to trust you and know exactly that you're the person or you're the guy or the gal that's able to produce the work. Now, while he was building credibility through networking, again, he was getting contracts and working with different companies and working with this person, that person. He's building his reputation. Now the result is the NBA player saw his work, collaborated, and shared it. You can do the exact same thing, but it comes down to strategy. It comes down to knowing and rubbing elbows with the right people while having the brand assets in place for you to be able to be granted the opportunity. You have to be already primed and ready to go. It's like a lawnmower, right? Like if you ever cut the grass on an older lawnmower, that is, you have to prime it. You got to press the little button 2, 3, 4, 5 times before you turn on a lawnmower. Exact same thing when it comes to your brand. When it comes time for somebody to work with you, you already have to have the assets ready to go. They have to see a line of work that you've already done, that you've already been able to successfully create. Without that, people don't want to work with you. They don't want to work with your brand, or they don't see you as being the person or the guy or the gal that's going to be able to produce this information. So you have to have the brand assets. You have to be networking. You have to know how to network. And that's where the strategy came in with this client and I. Now, let me say this 100% with certainty, this could be you. And again, your problem is not the skill, it's the visibility. It's you being able to be seen, you being in the right place at the right time, and you being able to have the brand assets that are going to push you over the hump so people want to work with you. You're talented, but no one knows who you are yet. And that's exactly the type of work that I'm doing here with my clients, right? So without brand positioning, opportunities will pass you by. This goes in person, this goes online. In person, let's talk about that. If you're in person and you're just doing your work, you're kind of just a cog in the wheel, and you're not championing yourself, you're not talking about all the wins that you have, you're not bragging essentially on yourself in a strategic way, people aren't going to know what you're doing well. They're going to just continuously pass over you by the person that is confidently talking about these opportunities, that's confidently talking about the things that they were able to accomplish. They'll keep passing you over. And that's why it goes much, much further beyond just having an online presence. We're not even talking about monetizing it, because that's another aspect and element that you can focus on as well. But you have to be able to position yourself as the expert, as the person that can do the job. And you can do that personally. You got to keep your name clean. You have to know how to do it strategically. Now, with all of these things that we're talking about, the doors will open. The doors will open. You have to consistently build your brand, put out the right messages, build the right trust in person as well as online. And you have to push, you have to push yourself, right? Like you have to push your message and push what you believe in order to really have and attract these opportunities. All right. So listen, if you're a person that is ready to build a brand, whether that's in person or online, I want to offer you a free 15-minute brand assessment. I'm going to show you how you can position yourself, so your skills can get seen and respected. And spots are limited this week. I have a full calendar of people that I'm working with to help them to build their brand so that we can get more results, such as the one we talked about today with the NBA player. All right. So go ahead and click the link below, book your free 15-minute brand assessment, and we can talk about how we can take the skills that you already have and package that into an online offer or help you to grow inside of your career right now where you are. All right. So I will see you on the other side. Click the link below, very limited spots, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace.